I don't want to get too technical, so let me make it really simple. Need supportive parenting is about saying each one of us, you, me, everyone listening, all of our kids, all have the same three basic psychological needs. That's at the core of what this parenting style is.
Mhm.
Need number one, we've got to feel connection. We've got to feel close to people. We've got to feel like we belong and we matter. Psychologists call this the relatedness need, but let's just call it connection because
Mhm.
feeling seen, heard, and valued is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
When we're in an environment that does not support that need, forget meeting it, just support that need in an environment where we're with people who we can feel safe around and enjoy their company and connection. When we're in an environment where that doesn't exist, our well-being drops. We can't thrive and flourish. It feels horrible.
Mm. Mm.
But when we're in an environment where that need is supported, oh my goodness, don't we just love being around people like that? Oh, it's so good. Second basic psychological need is called competence. What I'm talking about here is the sort of stuff like limits and boundaries. And, when you go and play a game of soccer or netball, if there's no rules, the game's not much fun. You need the rules so that it works. And competence requires structure and boundaries and limits. It requires an opportunity to, well, with those boundaries and limits, you can actually get better at stuff because you know what's expected. And so parents have got to do what they can to create an environment that supports children's mastery of the environment, which requires rules. Like you can't master mornings and getting ready for school on time if you don't know what the expectations are. And when you know the expectations, you can master the morning and feel competent, and therefore you can enjoy the morning. And the third basic psychological need is what we call autonomy. This is a need for control in our lives. You know, it's like you're in a relationship with somebody who's constantly commanding and controlling, correcting and directing, and you get out of that relationship because it's unhealthy. We've got to be able to make our own decisions. This doesn't mean that 2-year-olds and 4-year-olds and 6-year-olds and 14-year-olds should be allowed to do whatever they want. What it means is that as parents, we do what we can to support kids to make their own choices. And when they make a stupid choice, which they will because they're little, we have to be the wise adult in their lives who steps in and says, I know you'd love to do that. Wouldn't it be great if you could? And I want to give you as much control as I can, but we need to come up with a different solution just here because this
Mm.
one's not going to fly.